We are now at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and you can hear the Coptic praying. This is the Ascension Day for the Coptic. It's a week after the Catholic and Protestant. And in front of you can see the tomb of Jesus. Susan, Paul, I'm blessing your Bible here. And look at the sun is actually shining the entrance to the tomb. Wow, this is amazing. And it's the Ascension Day for the Coptic. Unbelievable, isn't it? You asked me, Susan, to bless your book, the Bible that you bought, at the tomb of Jesus. Then I already did it. Sadly, I cannot take a video of it inside the tomb because I cannot use my video. But again, look how beautiful is the light. Straight from God to the entrance of the tomb of Jesus at the Ascension Day. That tour will take you to the Pentecost time, at the Pentecost place, at the room of the Last Supper, the Canaclum. And here you can see where they purify the body of Jesus. If it's okay by you, Susan, I'm going to bless it. The same place that they purified his body. And the crucifixion area is right there. But we are heading to Mount Zion. And it's a tour that I felt that I must do. Now, I didn't plan it. We are outside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Soon you will see the facade of the church. But you know what? If it's open, it means that I can go, Suzanne, Paul, and everyone that's watching the video, I can go to the Arabic, Greek Orthodox chapel. That's where Mary saw Jesus on Sunday, and this is Sunday. Then you could hear a little bit the prayer in Arabic, which is the local language of most of the Christians in Israel and Palestine. And if you look to the facade of the church, you can see the church itself. The facade is from the end of the 11th, beginning of 12th century, and that kind of, 10th, I don't know how to call it, it's part of a new project at the church. They are checking each stone and they are repairing it because the situation of the stones are not so good. You can see it. And a lot of people are falling. Then they're doing it. And we're now climbing up, leaving the Church of the Holy Sepulchre compound. In front of you, it's a Catholic Franciscan brother, monk. On the way there are so many things and there are several options. I'm not sure which one I will I will choose. This is a Greek Orthodox monk, and it tells us that the Church of the Holy Sepulchre belongs to so many. I know that when you're going to your church, it's or Catholic or Protestant, or here it belongs to everyone. And in front of you is the mosque of Omar. Omar was one of the Caliph at the beginning of Islam time. According to what the Muslim believes, he visited the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and the bishop there told him to pray in the church. But he said, if I pray inside the church, they will destroy the church and turn it into a mosque. Then he did it outside, and now we can see the mosque. We left St. Helen Road and entered the Christian Quarter Road Street. And this is the Christian Quarter. Why the shops are closed? First of all, it's very early. Secondly, a lot of the Christians are celebrating it Sunday. And this street is from 3rd and 4th century, and a nice bakery is here. Look at the pita bread. Look how beautiful it is. Then we're walking on an ancient street from the Roman time. I don't know if you can hear the bells, but the bells tells us that he actually resurrected now. Every Sunday, you will be able to hear the bells at that hour.
Bibles.
It's going to be quite hot today. More than 30 degrees, very close to 92 degrees Fahrenheit. An entrance to a very old church here, John the Baptist. Some believes that head of son of John the Baptist is buried in their church. It's so rare to enter to their church. If you will go to my YouTube account, you will be able to see one of the videos that I took about it. And about it, if you want to have your own Bible or crosses, go into the link of Buy Me a Coffee, and there you will be able to find everything. I will buy you the cross or the book according to what you will wish. But before that, let us cross that street. This is David Street, the main street who will take you to the Western Wall. And we are heading to St. Mark Street. Then you will get not only the cross or the Bible, you will get a video, just like I'm doing now to Susan and Paul, Italiano. They will have their own video that you're watching now, and I will send that Bible, the Old and the New Testament, with an olive wood cover, to their house. And I already blessed it at the church, and we're going to bless it at the city. We entered to the Maronite Convent Street. You can see here the dome of John the Baptist. We saw the entrance to it. and the two domes of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Here it is. We just came from there. Maronite are Christians, many from Lebanon, and their center in Israel is here, and you can actually enjoy a nice guest house here with an amazing view from the roof. And roof visiting hours, Monday to Saturday from, you can see it. We are Sunday, then it's closed. It's worth visiting. I always leave some donation there. Private area, never enter to there. Oh, it's hot. It's so hot that it's even difficult for me to breathe. In front of you, you can see part of the walls of the city, but this is a fortress that was built by King Herod. And later on, everyone who controlled Jerusalem used it as well. Why? Because it's the highest place of the city, and from there you could see everything. Today it's a beautiful museum worth visiting, and from there you can actually see an amazing view of Jerusalem. You got a few options for that. Then Tower of David Museum is in front of you, and the Citadel is right here. Christ Church, it's a beautiful church, belongs to the Messianic Jews, Protestant in a way, worth visiting. And they have an amazing coffee place. Because it's Sunday or because it's very early, it's closed now. But next to Christ Church, this is the entrance to the coffee area. And let me cross the road, because King Herod built his palace there as well. What you can see from his palace is the, if you can see it better, it's the halls of the king. You can see the moat. That moat was built by the Crusader. Remember, everyone who came to use it as well. When I'm entering to the Armenian quarter, we have 4 neighborhoods in Jerusalem. We visit the Christian quarter, and now we are visiting the Armenian Orthodox quarter. You can see the flags here. And they have a nice pottery, Armenian pottery that you can find only in Jerusalem. I didn't find it in Armenia. You can see an example of it. I really love it. And usually when we're crossing the Armenian quarter, I'm thinking about Rubina. Then here we are. I know that 2 days ago, Dina from the Armenian quarter, she is responsible for the Facebook of the Armenian Patriarch in Jerusalem. She uploaded some pictures of soldiers who visited the Armenian quarter. And if we're talking about that, you can see here the sign that will say, I remember and demand, and this is the Holocaust Museum, Genocide Museum at Yerevan, Armenia. You can see that we are in the Armenian Patriarch, Armenian Orthodox Patriarch Road. There was a taxi that I don't want to land today. And we are at the corner of St. James Street. We are on the way to Mount Zion, to the entrance of the Room of the Last Supper, together with the Bible of Mrs. and Mr. Italiano, Susan and Peter. This is the entrance, the main entrance to the Armenian quarter. And if you were watching my videos, you saw so many ceremonies videos that I took of the ceremonies of the Armenian inside St. James Street Church. We believe that both James, brother, the Bishop of Jerusalem, brother of Jesus, and the apostle, the head of his, buried in that amazing church. Then the genocide is all about 1915, when the Turkish of ancient time, of that time, the Ottomans, killed, butchered 1.5 million Armenians. And I'm not going into it, but go into the site of the Armenian, and you can read a lot about genocide. Some of the pictures that you see here reminds me another story of the Holocaust, the Jewish Holocaust. Sadly, not a lot knows about the Armenian genocide, and this is your duty now to at least read about it. Hasidic on a bike, on an electric bike. On one side you can see a little bit of Jerusalem, and the other side it's the Lord's Prayer. Gosh, it's hot. From the entrance to the parking lot of the Armenian, you will be able to see part of the wall. That's the wall of the city. This is the western wall of the city, and the southern wall of the city. I'm not talking about the temple, I'm talking about the city. It was built by Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottoman Sultan, at the 16th century, based on so many ancient walls. But Mount Zion that we are heading to it was outside the wall. I mean, it was part of the old city. Today it's outside the walls. I mean, it's not part of the walls that the Ottomans built. Let's go to the shade part. Hello, policeman and woman. I was looking for the shade, yes. In front of you can see one Franciscan monk with a group. Then let me close to the other side because that is less dangerous. It's the end of May 2022. Until yesterday it was cool and nice. Today it's the beginning of a heat wave that will continue until Tuesday. Behind the wall is the Armenian quarter. And when leaving the city, the old city of the wall of Jerusalem, through Zion Gate, you can see that it's not a simple gate. The idea is to avoid enemy from entering the gate. And it's cool here compared to the sunny part outside. Then welcome to Mount Zion. Hi. Mount Zion at the 4th century used to be one huge church. Today it's, as you can see, a small, there's so many places here, a lot of cemeteries, churches, the tomb of King David here, the room of the Last Supper here, the canoculum. Someone is very proud. Another thing that you can see here is another Catholic church, which is one of the most beautiful churches. This is the Dormition Church, Dormitio. That is the house of Mary. That is where she fell asleep when and Jesus took her soul and body later on. Fell asleep, died, whatever you will choose. Look how beautiful it is. In Mount Zion today you can find so many things. Tomb of King David is here. The room of the Last Supper is here. The tomb of Oskar Schindler from Schindler's List is here as well. And we are so close to Pentecost, so close to Shavuot, the Jewish festival, which is King David's Day. And I will enter to the room just to end the story, the video, but later on, and that is Susan, another surprise. I will prepare a video about the Pentecost in the room. Then you will have another video. Surprised. Now let's enter to there. Name po. Now we are entering to the room of the Last Supper. I won't talk a lot about it because I'm going to prepare a video of it.
Quick and miraculous, we ask that we have safe travels and that we be blessed in this journey as we say glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen. Hallelujah. May the Lord bless us, protect us from all that is evil, and bring us all to everlasting life. Amen.
Then I will find now a nice spot for us. But you know what? Let's climb to the roof. I'm sure that you won't regret it. Then we're climbing the roof, which is of the room of the Last Supper. Beneath us is the tomb of King David. Gosh, it's hot. Oh. Then what we can see from here. The Dome of the Rock. And the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the Jewish Quarter, and Mount of Olives. It's all about there. I want to show you the Ascension Church because wow, it's the first hot day that I'm really suffering. Then, the tower that you see there is on top of Mount of Olives, and this is the Ascension Church. Jesus was here at the room of the Last Supper, and then he ascended into heaven from there, but he told the disciples, come back to here, and here you will have to wait for a message from me, and that was Pentecost, which will be so soon, a few days from now. The Mount of Olives is in front of you. Now let's say thank you to Susan and Paul Italiano that helped me to create that amazing video. You can, if you want, donate or support my channel, YouTube channel, by entering to PayPal or buy me a coffee. And you can, if you want to find the links for it at the description of that video, just beneath it, then send me a message and I will send you the link for it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.